everyone. Welcome to another quarantine edition of the Adam and Chris Show. I'm St. Adam.
I'm Chris Malice.
And Chris, we got some lovely news about Rocksteady Games' next game they're developing. Care to take a guess what it is?
I don't know. An Arkham game where Clayface is the main protagonist? Probably not. Probably. No. You play as Clayface. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
But that's not going to happen.
Yeah, not quite where that was going.
Mm-hmm.
Care to take another guess?
Suicide Squad?
There you go.
All right. Yeah. I saw the poster, I guess August 22nd. Rocksteady's going to show this thing off at a DC thing. I saw the picture. What it looked like was Superman with his head in a crosshair, looking like one of Deadshot's crosshairs, but it's the Suicide Squad symbol. Yeah, I'll play it.
Well, of course you will.
Yeah, just Suicide Squad versus the Justice League. I'm there for that. That should be entertaining. So, Arkham games are great.
Yeah, they are. You know, the Arkham games are some of the best video games I've had fun with. Certainly, you know, you could argue they're the best superhero series out there when it comes to games.
What do you think was the two best Arkham games?
Well, Arkham City, hands down, was the overall best. I like Arkham Asylum a lot. I've had fun with all of them. I will say, I think Arkham Origins gets overlooked.
Yeah, I think it's better than Arkham Knight by a long shot.
Arkham Knight tried too hard to be artistic in my mind. They did away with boss battles except for the Riddler. Like the end of the game went in a more artistic ending than just a big video game ending. But
the shit they did with Deathstroke. After you fight him in the fucking tank, you clothesline the baddest motherfucker in DC, clothesline him, and you fucking throw him in the back of your trunk. Where Arkham Origins, you had one of the best boss fights in video game history.
Yeah.
You know, with him. And it's like, they're like, piss on it. Here we go.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why they chose to go that route, but Rocksteady is a pretty good developer, as we see with the Arkham games. I'm sure they took notes from Arkham Knight and say, okay, this worked, this didn't. So what can we expect with this new Suicide Squad game?
Oh, man. Either you're playing as a squad going after the Justice League, or here's my fear. My fear is it's going to be another one of these live service titles. It sounds good on paper. I think if this is even remotely good, it's going to end up killing that Avengers game that's supposed to be coming out. Which, I mean, I'll probably eventually buy it, but I ain't buying that fucking game day one. No way.
I mean, I do want to play it. I'll have to get the PlayStation 4 version because I want Spider-Man.
What? He's only exclusive to Sony? No way.
But no, the Suicide Squad thing, do you think it'll be multiplayer? Do you think it'll be single player campaign?
I think it'll be multiplayer.
I'm sure they'll have some kind of live service on there, you know, group battles and whatnot. A lot of that shit doesn't interest me. I like a good campaign. I like a good story to drive the game a little more.
I would like to play a game as the squad with your friends. Like, one person could be Deadshot, one person be Killer Croc, then you can have someone be Cannon Fodder, and then have someone be Harley, or something along that lines. I think that'd be fun.
It could be like I would like it set up more like Arkham Knight or, you know, Arkham City. I really don't want it set up like the last Marvel Ultimate Alliance with that almost top-down view and everything. To me,
no, they're not going to do that.
I hope not. I mean, we don't know how many players are playable. You know, they might have up to 4, 6 players. And you brought up some names. What lineup do you think we're going to have in this?
Well, What with Suicide? I think if they're smart, what they'll do is you'll have. It would be interesting to have maybe two different campaigns. You have one campaign that's if they do this as a live service, you have one campaign that you can play as squad members, and then one campaign that you play as Justice League members, and they keep updating the game, and then maybe at some point you can have two teams going against them. But I think Justice League lineup's going to be the Trinity, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, probably Cyborg, the Seven too. I think with Squad, what we're going to have is Harley, because she's now one of the poster children for the Squad. Deadshot, because he's pretty much the OG member of the Squad. I think they should have Catman in there and do him right. If you read the books that Gail Simone wrote, Secret Six, Deadshot and Catman ended up developing a huge bond, like brotherly bond. And Catman is a bad motherfucker in that series. He just goes through people like a knife through butter. Black Manta later ended up becoming a late member of the Suicide Squad. Who else?
Well, how about Bronze Tiger? Since Idris Elba is going to be playing him in the new movie.
Yeah, Bronze Tiger, and that could be big. And again, Warner Brothers. We're going to talk about another thing in a moment, but Warner Brothers have free range probably to use those likenesses if it's in their movie, so they could probably use the Idris Elba's likeness. So,
what about? Do you think we'll get King Shark or Killer Croc?
I hope King Shark. I like King Shark. King Shark's fucking funny. There's when he becomes the 8th member of the Secret Six, they all end up going to hell, and they end up getting put in an area where they're going through their own personal hell. And his is he walks into this fancy restaurant, picks up a menu, and it's all vegetarian, no meat.
Well, I don't see you, like, what I got out of this is I don't see you playing as a Justice League. I think, maybe they'll reserve that for another Justice League game. I kind of think it's going to be a Suicide Squad going after the League. Now, the poster that we saw, it had Superman. His eyes looked a little weird, it was basically him turning around.
Mm-hmm.
You could say it was heat vision. It could also, his eyes looked a little purple. So that would imply like Eclipso possessing him, possessing the League. But you have other characters that can control the League. Starro, Maxwell Lord, just to name a couple.
Put Starro. Here's what you do if you want to keep it from being so live servicey. Have Starro take over the whole fucking League, and then Amanda Waller goes and gets the Squad, and you can interchange members. Maybe have like 8 members, and you can maybe update by other. Because the Squad had so many fucking people, and some of them just died within minutes.
Slipknot, like the character of Slipknot.
Who else? They had this
Captain
one dude
Boomerang should be playable in this video game.
Oh yeah, Captain Boomerang. With the Squad, there's a few real key main members that are constant. Deadshot, Harley now, and she came about right when the New 52 was coming out. Deadshot, Harley, Bronze Tiger, Captain Boomerang, King Shark's now more of a constant. I think in one of the animated movies, they had Killer Frost at one point.
They did, and Deathstroke seems like he's kind of like Squad worthy, depending on which continuity you go with.
Here's the thing: he don't need the Squad.
No, he doesn't. But if you could play him in a video game, you would.
Oh fuck yeah, I would. I wouldn't even think twice about that shit. You kidding me?
It might follow the storyline of Justice League versus Suicide Squad, and there's a little bit of a glare going on, but
yeah, it could.
And this story actually had the original Suicide Squad, per this continuity, that had Lobo on it, of all people.
Hey, put him in there. I'll play it. I like Lobo.
No, yeah, it's weird because you got the Justice League and the Suicide Squad going after the original Suicide Squad, and like for some reason it has Lobo on it. I'm like, how could Amanda Waller get control over Lobo?
I don't know. I'm excited about it. Rocksteady's a good. They're a good dev team. Now, here's the thing I wanted to bring up, and I told you this on the phone. There's talks that Warner Brothers is about to sell their games division, and one of the buyers. You got that look on your face.
So
it's not a joyful one. One of the buyers, the person that's very interested, is Electronic Arts. So I guarantee you, like, they're starting to learn their lessons about this live service bullshit.
Are they really?
Well, Jedi Fallen Order didn't have any microtransactions in it, and the new Star Wars Squadron Fighter, whatever that game's going to be called,
but
they've
you know
stayed
what
up no micros.
Jedi Fallen Order didn't have nearly as much marketing as, as any of their other Star Wars games. Like, they made it, they just kind of, here it is over here. But you want Battlefront 2, don't you? Yeah, we made this thing over here, but look at this. It has all the live services and microtransactions and loot boxes.
I bet you people. So you know how quick that thing went on discount after the controversy came up?
I do.
I will state this. It today is a game that's worthy of playing. It is. It's improved a ton. The game it is now should have been the game that came out.
It was all right. I rented it about a few months back. Played the campaign. Didn't bother with any of the live.
Campaign's shit.
What?
The campaign's shit.
But that's the only reason I played it. I just wanted to play the campaign. They're like, oh, this picks up, during Return of the Jedi and goes all the way through. And I'm like, okay, it's all right. I hated like the character cards you had to load up on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that system's kind of stupid. So no, I don't want Electronic Arts to buy Warner Brothers games.
Here's my thing. I don't know. There's the four big publishers: Ubisoft, Electronic Arts, Take-Two, Activision. All four of these motherfuckers have been guilty of the nickel and the dime when it comes to micros. Which ones had their hands dirtier is the question. Take-Two.
Electronic Arts. I mean, that's an easy answer. Electronic Arts.
Here's the thing. If this is what I'll say about Electronic Arts. The Battlefront 2 debacle happened because they let people access that game early and they saw that. Activision, what they would do is they release the game, then after it gets all the golden scores that they want it to get, then they release the patch with the microtransactions and stuff in that. And they did that to Crash Team Racing. Huh?
You're not going to get the public on that one twice, though. They did that. It was the balls on them to do it. But, people are going to be like, you know what? If you do it again, we'll probably, your game's probably going to tank. EA, there's a reason why you came up with that saying, EA has EA'd itself again.
Yeah. There was a report that was done. I can't quote when it was and who did it, where they had talked to a lot of the industry leaders about microtransactions and that type of stuff. And they're going to push for it, but they now know we need to push for it where it's acceptable. So I think games that have more of a hardcore gamer fan base, with the exception of the COD series, are not going to be getting a whole lot of that shit in it. Why I think games like the sports games are going to get that shit in it. That's just it. And I think it's sad because, those they don't need to have their games fucked up by this stuff, but it seems that they're the one group of people that have no problem fucking forking the money for this shit. You know, because all sport. The thing that kills me about all that shit too is, let's say you get FIFA 2. You have FIFA 2017. You bought all the Ultimate Team cards and all that type of shit. By the time FIFA 2018 comes out, you can just discard that fucking game. Okay? And if you go to sell it, you're going to only get like $2 for it. Whereas something like Kane and Lynch, which is fucking 15 years old, 10 years old at least, right?
I'd say more than 10.
Yeah, you could probably still get more money out of one of those games. People rip those games apart, you know, if you go to resell them. And I'm not even a big reseller. It's just sports games that are part of the live service, man. I just, you know, they may be fun, but you end up shooting yourself in the foot, I think. But I hope if EA, because you know the Marvel Avengers game is going to have a live service element.
Yeah, I also know I'm not going to play that part of it.
Well, I mean, you can do co-op with your friends, but
Yeah,
there's going to be selling skins.
But I don't care about like multiplayer,
like
team battles and shit. I don't care about that shit. That's not why I'm going to play the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
not why I'm going to want to play the Suicide Squad game. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play it because it's going to be great. And I know Rocksteady and Warner Brothers, you know, with the DC properties have kind of gone back and forth because Rocksteady wanted to do a Superman game after they were done with the Arkham games, and they weren't allowed to get the rights to that. We need a good Superman game.
Gotta be hard to do, man.
No, it absolutely would not. You want to take it because Paul Dini was going to write it. You want just a quick thing you could do to make it a believable game and have, you know, high stakes. New Krypton. Do that storyline as a video game.
Okay.
A dark side Apocalypse is invading Metropolis because it happens on a weekly basis.
Yeah, it does.
So there you go.
I feel sorry for their insurers.
Well,
why did your company go bankrupt? We insured Metropolis. Oh.
And then Luthor Corp dove in and bought them up.
Oh, yeah, they would. I have decent hopes for it. I think if they do give it the live service treatment like that Square Enix or Crystal Dynamics is doing with Marvel's Avengers game, I think that game will kill the Avengers game. I think people are going to be like, oh, it's okay. It's better than I expected. I don't think people are jumping for that game like everyone's the publisher's hoping that they will.
You don't think that it will be like Sony's Spider-Man last year?
It's going to sell just because of the property itself.
You know how like Spider-Man, when the Spider-Man game came out, everyone across the board's like, this is a fun game. This is how you do it. I mean, yeah, there's some repetitive themes that go on there, but the story's great. The graphics are great. The control is great. I mean, everything like that. You know, Spider-Man across the board was getting high marks.
I don't think Avengers is going to get that high of marks. Already, people don't like the design of the characters. It's going to have a live service. Huh?
I said the character design doesn't bother me. The live service thing does, because it's like, does this game need that?
No, but they're going to keep. They're doing what EA was doing with Battlefront 2, and they're just going to keep updating it with new content. They're just going to sell skins in there. I still don't like that, because I know when EA was doing that shit with Anthem, they had like skins that were like
you're not supposed to speak its name out loud, remember?
Yeah, I'm afraid as soon as I said Anthem that my fucking computer was going to die. I think bricked console. EA had 2 live service games in the last couple of years that fucking bombed. Battlefield 5, and fucking Anthem. And when they bombed hard. Like, wow. You guys
How did they bomb?
Hard.
Oh, once more for those in the back.
Hard.
Okay, stop coming at the camera when you do that.
But yeah, those games fucking tanked terribly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for the. No, I don't. I just don't. Everyone aboard should have fucking known better. Jason Schreier, you hear about Jason Schreier's article on the development of Anthem? They basically started getting that thing together. They had things written, and they really started putting the stuff together like 2 years before they released it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they rushed it. So
they had a marketing strategy before they had just a strategy of what the game's going to be.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And look how well it paid off.
Yeah, well, just about as bad as Battlefield 5.
Right.
So,
hopefully, because we're starting to go off on all kinds of side tangents. Hopefully, this Suicide Squad game will look good. We'll find out on the 22nd. Again, Rocksteady has proven itself with DC properties. Even the games from the Arkham series that weren't as good are still fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just things that might overstay their welcome. Co-op in Suicide Squad is great. I'm for that because they are a team. It's not like how Batman is the solo dark Avenger. This is a whole team of people. So I can go for that. The only thing I'm hoping is I really don't want it to be first person.
Oh, it's not going to be first person. Especially, let me tell you why it's not going to be first person. Though, we're going to have Harley Quinn on the team, and Rocksteady made her ass look so good in Arkham City. They ain't going to want to put that in first person mode. Come on. I wouldn't. First thing I'd be doing.
Well, that is some hardcore logic you got there, Chris.
Put that ass on screen.
Well, I guess you solved it. It's not going to be first person because of that.
Yeah. I like a lot of first person games.
I don't want it to be first person just because with the character designs and stuff, I think there's a lot to be said by having it as third person.
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to show off those character designs, so and you're trying to show off that Harley ass.
Yes. Is that the selling point for you?
Yes. Always a selling point.
There you go. The Harley ass. Chris approved. Oh, remind me, if we ever play the same game console, you gotta wipe off your controllers with like some kind of Clorox wipe before anyone else touches them.
Well, if I'm playing as Harley, I'm going to be telling you to quit staring at my ass the whole time.
Don't play as Harley. Just well, there you go. It's real early. This actually today was the first time I even heard of a Suicide Squad game in development. So I really don't know what to expect. We're just throwing some ideas out there. If any of you got any ideas, please let us know in the comment section below. And Chris, since this is Suicide Squad based, who is the best character on Suicide Squad?
Ooh, I'm going to say Deadshot, because he's been consistent.
Why? I thought it'd be Harley's ass.
Oh, there you go. Well, the thing is, again, she's such a new addition to the squad. She's only been on the squad for like the last 3 years. I mean, Deadshot was there in the early 2000s. And even probably, I think, a little bit more before that. So he's good at staying alive, being a part of a group that's notoriously has dead drummers like Spinal Tap,
Too soon.
Yeah.
I really don't know who I would consider the best character on there. If Deathstroke's in the comic, then I'd say Deathstroke. But it depends on the continuity if he's part of it or not. Harley's just fun. Like, I think she's a fun character. But you know what? Let's give Captain Boomerang some love. I'm going to go and I'm going to say Captain Boomerang.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Well, like I said, if you have any ideas about the game, please let us know in the comment section below. We'll all find out August 22nd. So here's keeping our fingers crossed that this game lives up to the Arkham legacy, even if it's not in the same universe as the Arkham legacy. Yeah. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, see what other kind of fuckery that goes on here. Be sure to follow us on our social media. We're talking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So from the Adam and Chris Show, I'm saying Adam.
And I'm Chris Malice.
And he's thinking of Harley's ass right now.
I think almost everyone is.